A year ago, I produced the video Tyranny Checklist, a dire warning to the 2 billion people of the Western world on the state of our liberty. It got 2,000 views. The question I'm asking you today is this. Shouldn't you run a quick but honest check of the conditions occurring in your own society and make sure they don't match those listed above? The past year has probably been the worst for liberty since the signing of the Patriot Act in 2002. Here are a couple developments which have occurred over the past week alone. The Obama administration has been criticized recently for its decision to kill an American citizen in Yemen. Answering critics at a law school in Chicago, Attorney General Eric Holder said, quote, "Decision to use lethal force against a U.S. citizen is among the gravest government leaders can face. The American people can be assured that actions taken in their defense are consistent with their laws." He argued the government's use of lethal force in self-defense does not violate the executive order banning assassinations. This includes killing citizens using stealth and advanced technologies. Quote, "Given the nature of how terrorists act, and where they tend to hide, it may not always be feasible to capture a citizen who presents an imminent threat. In that case, our government has the clear authority to use lethal force." Holder argued that a careful review of the facts, before conducting the killing, amounts to due process, and that the Constitution's Fifth Amendment protection against depriving a citizen of life without due process does not apply. Also this week, H.R. 347 sits on Obama's desk awaiting his signature. Its modifications to U.S. law will seriously diminish the right of American citizens to petition their government for a redress of grievances by outlawing protests where government officials may be nearby. Federal agents will be empowered to bring charges against Americans engaged in political protests anywhere in the country, and violators will face criminal penalties that include imprisonment for up to 10 years. People of the United States, and more broadly the Western world, you're now part of a club where the leaders have given themselves the legal right to detain, torture, and kill you without any evidence or charges being brought forth against you. Your right to have your disagreements heard has almost been completely taken from you. This is not a test, nor is it an exaggeration or a joke. Whether you know about this stuff doesn't matter anymore. It probably doesn't even matter whether you care, or want to do something about it. Tyranny is already here. I'd like to be able to say these are unprecedented times, but that's not the case. As I pointed out in Tyranny Checklist, time and time again these conditions are used to bring about mass control of the many by the few. It has happened again. My name's Drutter, and I hope you'll stay tuned for more videos like this one, as long as I'm allowed to give my opinion.